Alright, Chitchar. It's a bit of a stormy day. A little bit of sprinkles, some wind. Got Kogi hiding under the table. It's gonna be okay though. The topic of the day is who wants some vegetables? A little bit of plant poison? Just a little bit. It's hormetic. It's a hormetic dose. Look at these beautiful mulberries. Can't eat those either. Just kidding. Might put them in some pemmican if I ever make pemmican. Anyways, my friends, the topic of the day. I'm gonna come into the echo dome reverberation chamber. Not just because the audio's better, but because there's no wind. And topic of the day. Is the carnivore diet ketogenic? Does it even matter? I agree with the notion that you should not be chasing some kind of a number to get yourself to some statistic of a level of ketones that you find ideal. However, the amount of substantial research on the value of ketosis makes me really want to spend time there. And these types of markers, following your blood sugar, checking out your blood ketones, are valuable metrics to really determine where you're at. And I have been in some form of ketogenic diet 90% of the time for the last 3 years with very level of success. I actually was in a position to where I could eat 150, 170 grams of carbs, of pure sugar, and still be in ketosis when I woke up the next day. I was fasting all day. I was utilizing long-chain fatty acids that increase your insulin sensitivity. I was minimizing calories, and I was training pretty hard. I actually got my ketones over 9 millimolars, which is on the edge of ketoacidosis, higher than you actually want it to be. However, they say 0.5 and above is nutritional ketosis, but it really depends on where your blood sugar is, your ratio of blood sugar to ketones. And one thing I've been seeing with people on the carnivore diet is elevated blood sugar. Though some individuals do have lower blood sugar. Dr. Sean Baker is an interesting subject because he shared his labs and it showed that he has chronically elevated blood sugar. His HbA1c, I think that's the name of it, is the marker that you test to look at your blood sugar over a period of about 3 months. And his was over 110. I forget the exact number. Now, granted, he is an athlete. He does train hard and he consumes a lot of food. But is it possible to hit these high levels of training, to maintain that high level of fitness and body mass while maintaining a greater state of ketosis? He chronically eats ribeye. Now, ribeye can be up to 80% fat, calorically speaking, but it's not a guarantee, especially just the way butchers make the cuts these days with the psychology of, people looking for leaner meats. So I noticed in myself, testing my blood sugar, testing my ketones, that after about a month or so, my blood sugar was going up. And I actually started getting hungrier and hungrier and eating more calories. I still aspire to the lowest amount of calories that I can get. I want to stimulate autophagy as frequently as possible throughout the day. And that's a lot harder to do when you're very hungry. So, looking at my macros, doing some more research, I decided to elevate my fat, and I did that by getting some beef fat, raw beef fat, and I started adding that to my food and lowering the amount of meat that I consumed. This very quickly lowered my hunger, lowered my blood sugar, raised my ketones, and got me in the position to where I could fast all day again. And I've been doing OMAD for the last 5 or 6 days now without much effort. So that is the main idea that I want to share with this video, and the topic I want to touch on is that just because you're eating carnivore doesn't mean you're in ketosis, and if you find yourself chronically hungry on this diet, if you do try carnivore, that could be because you're eating too much protein. So I'm gonna link some excellent work by a doctor named Benjamin Bickman. He did a talk on the insulin to glucagon ratio, which are basically these two opposing hormones in our bodies, and how depending on your sensitivity and your level of blood sugar, protein has a different metabolic effect. If you eat protein in the presence of sugar or higher blood sugar, it stimulates insulin. If you eat protein in a low blood sugar environment by itself, it stimulates glucagon, which increases fat burning. It turns on the fat burning aspect of the metabolism. So as I said, I was having more hunger, higher blood sugar, and both of those things resolved from me increasing my fat. Another thing I'm very interested in is the effects of different types of fatty acids on the body, on the blood sugar, on insulin sensitivity. And as I said before, when I was on that really high vegan PUFA diet, I had extremely elevated ketones because those PUFAs, those polyunsaturated fatty acids, are better able to be converted into ketones, specifically ALA, and they also make you more insulin sensitive and lower your blood sugar. So my next experiment, other than experimenting with carbs, is going to be trying these high polyunsaturated fatty acids to increase my insulin sensitivity, lower my glucose, and see how that affects my hunger, my state of energy, mental clarity, all that jazz. Even though, yes, I know it's not carnivore. Carnivore is just a temporary experiment for me to really isolate and understand the potential of this way of living. It's been 2 months solid of carnivore diet and really just getting my macros dialed, the fat to the protein ratio, and that to me has been key. So I wanted to share that as the main idea. What has your experience been if you have tried this? Did you track your blood sugar and your ketones? If so, please share down below what you've experienced and what you've witnessed in that experiment. Any kind of inspirations, information that you care to share along these topics, please do. It helps feed this channel. And once again, I really appreciate all the support. I love the community, the people here, the ideas that get shared. It's really been just a joy. So any specific questions or things you'd like me to share, I would love to be able to contribute those specifically. Just ask. And as always, lots of love and appreciation. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.